Today, we're going to talk about the state of disruption in market research. And let me start by introducing myself. Oh, there's me. All right. So I'm Sean Bradley. I'm the Senior Director of Product at Fuel Cycle. Fuel Cycle, we're known for our online research communities. We're also known for our recent launch of the Fuel Cycle Exchange, which is basically an ecosystem that connects apps together from solutions, multiple solutions. Basically, partners who are here today. We've got Conjointly here today. We've got Protobrand. We've got VoxPop.me, Consensus Point, Remesh. These are all partners of ours within the Fuel Cycle platform. All right, and this is the Fuel Cycle Exchange. So there's the Research Cloud, and then there's everything else. This is what we've been working on over the last, really, it's come together in the last year. We just launched it, but it's very exciting for us. It's very exciting for the brands we work with. It's designed for enterprise companies to connect them with multiple solutions. This enables them to work faster. It enables them to get better, quicker insights. All right, so the insights ecosystem. So let's talk about this for a moment. So the insights ecosystem, we're looking at the market research industry growth by year. It's been a steady increase, and it was all except for in 2012, which was the global economic crisis. Obviously, we rebounded very swiftly in the market research segment, and that's because there's always demand for insights. Companies always need them. So that's why we see this investment go right back up. In terms of where it's coming from, US versus non-US, it's a pretty even split, just slightly to non-US globally, but for the most part, very evenly split. And then insights landscape, revenue by industry served. So over half of it is accounted by media, advertising, entertainment, healthcare, and then the other half is covered by a variety of different industries. By the types of insights provided, it's no surprise if over half of it is covered by these entertainment companies and media, that audience measurement and custom research are going to be big players here. But we can see across the board that we have many others and many other insights types that are served. We've got a longer tail here, but this is very important. So we're going into insight investment now. So valuations and market research. So these are snapshots by quarter. These are from AngelList. What we can see is that there's a steady increase in the average valuation. So we're up over 5 million at this point with these valuations. And that's increased from a couple years ago where it was hovering around 4. So we're seeing these companies, these startups, grow within this space. And that's very important because that's also bringing innovation in that. We've got companies that were startups a few years ago who are now here today presenting some of the most innovative solutions that are going to help us work faster. And that's really where the disruption is coming from, is the need to get faster insights. So what are the opportunities? The opportunities for us is that we can all be disruptors here. And when I say that, it's not just the companies that are bringing solutions, it's you, the researchers, it's you, the brands, who need these insights. And what I mean by that is that we no longer have the timeline of months to do projects. We have a timeline, often it's days, if we're lucky, might be a week, but we have to do these things faster. And we've spent the last couple days talking about agile decision-making and agile researchers, but you can't be agile unless you have solutions that are going to help you work faster and help you get to these insights. And it's not enough to have data collection be faster. You know, faster data collection, yes, it gets you data faster, but you still have to analyze it. You still have to discover those insights, and you still have to formulate that into storytelling. And so with that, that's why you need solutions that can keep up with your agile decision-making. And so at Fuel Cycle, this has been a big focus of ours. And for us, APIs have been instrumental with this. We talked about the fuel cycle exchange. And what the fuel cycle exchange does is bring together all of these solutions within one platform that's accessible to you as a researcher. The problem with that is that if you don't have it all in one place, you've got siloed data. You've got data that exists in all different places. It becomes less actionable. It's less accessible. And that also slows things down. You can't be agile without having this data at the forefront. So at Fuel Cycle, we've done this with the Exchange program. We've got APIs that have enabled us to partner very rapidly with a lot of the companies I mentioned, VoxPop.me, for example, companies like Protobrand, conjointly. All of those have been very quick to add within the platform. And that's what's enabling us to help our clients, our brands, Fortune 100 enterprise companies, move forward much quicker than they ever had before. And that's helping them be more agile with their decision making. So really, in summary with this, is that we can all be disruptors. We can all bring change to our companies, our brands, our organizations, our teams. But to do that, we all need to be thinking, exploring these new solutions. We all need to be open to being agents of change. And that's what's going to connect the solutions into bringing meaningful, actionable insights. Any questions for me?
Thanks. Questions? Well, I have a question.
Sure.
So we talk a lot about agile approaches to marketing research. Mm-hmm. And that needs to be driven by agile approaches in other departments of the client companies.
It does.
So the product development team, whether that's digital or physical. So how are you seeing agile development represent itself in the physical world, in physical product development, and how are you trying to tie more closely to that?
That's a great question. Everybody needs to be in sync across the teams. It's really, everybody needs to be thinking the same way. How can we move faster? And when it comes to product development, product teams already think in an agile kind of way. The problem with that is that when they're thinking agile, they're making decisions on the fly. And I know this because I come from a product and research background. And on our product side, we are iterating very quickly. We're very nimble in that way. We make quick decisions, especially as we collect input from our clients. And so to make those rapid decisions, we need rapid feedback. And so that's where research platforms, solutions that can provide those rapid insights are really critical in today's world to quickly iterating through products in an agile kind of way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Charlie here in the front. Can we get a mic down here?
Hey, Sean.
Hi.
So you were talking about how Fuel Cycle and the Fuel Cycle Exchange is working on breaking down your data silos. Can you expand a little bit more about that? What are the barriers that you're calling a silo that you're solving for?
Right. So the data silos right now, with a lot of research teams we've found, they tend to be using multiple solutions to solve different problems. And the reason for that is that as we get more startups, more companies innovating in this space, they're rapidly providing point solutions, but there's nothing connecting all of that together. And so that's a key problem in larger organizations. It's especially a key problem as you get into organizations that the teams are more fragmented. This team works on product. This team does exclusively a certain type of customer experience research. And they aren't necessarily talking to each other. And so they're not necessarily using the same set of tools. What happens in the organization is the data becomes fragmented. And it also introduces waste because there's a lot of times where the insights may be applicable to the larger organization, but with nobody talking, everybody using different tools, it doesn't come together. And so that's one of the key problems we want to solve for Fuel Cycle Exchange. is bringing all of those together in one unified data layer that enables research teams across the organization from multiple groups to be on the same page and be able to access insights from multiple areas, from multiple teams in one area. Thank you. Great question. Anything else?
Anybody? Going once? Going twice?
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. I appreciate it.